Did you miss me? Yo, what's going on, my beautiful people? Hey, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing? Can you hear me? Can my people in the back hear me? Can my people to the left hear me? Can my people to the right hear me? Welcome on in. Welcome back to the Golden Gems podcast. You're here with your one and only, yours truly, that boy, Mr. Wilson. You can call me Relly. You can call me Maine. You can call me whatever you want to call me, but please just don't call me Collect. Welcome back to the Golden Gems podcast, man. You here with your one and only Relly. And hey. Tonight we got a lot to get into, chat. Tonight we got a lot to get into. Yeah. I needed time to gather my thoughts. I needed time to piece some things together. And tonight, this was unexpected. All right, tonight we're going a little later than usual. This is probably around the time when we typically gonna go. But I just want y'all to understand, and I just want to get this point across. At the end of the day, with this man, Shedeur Sanders, in this battle, hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. Can you hear me now? Are we doing good now? Are we here now? Man, run an intro.
Hey, we live now, really.
Hold on. We live? Hold on. Can you see me? Mama, we made it. Hey, welcome back in, my beautiful people. Hey, man, what's going on? Yes, like I told y'all, man, I told you I was going to take a little time to decompress. I told you I was going to take a little time to get my thoughts together. I told you I was just going to take a little bit of time because at the end of the day, I had to see. I had to see if what I was seeing was real, what I was hearing was real. And I had to make sure when I came to my people, I was calm, cool, and collected. When I came to my people, I was ready to really have a conversation. When I came back to my people, I was ready to really have that talk with y'all. Because we're going to have that talk today. We're going to get into it all today. And I appreciate you for being here. Make sure before we get started, you do me this one favor. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And whatever you do, please do this for me. Please send this to your mommy, your daddy, your best friend of another friend, Lit Johnny, Lit Timmy. Don't forget about little Susie, too. Make sure you send little Susie these gems. And don't forget about Lit Josh, who just moved across the street from little Susie. Make sure you're getting these gems over to him, too. All right, send these gems to everybody. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. But without further ado, man, y'all saw the news. We actually broke the news yesterday live here. Deshaun Watson, he has been named the starter for this weekend. Deshaun Watson, he has been named the Cleveland Browns starter for your opening preseason game. If we're going to have a conversation about it, if we're going to talk about it, I mean, at the end of the day, man, hey, it's okay. It's okay. I took the time to kind of get my thoughts together, chat. I took the time to kind of see where I wanted to take this conversation. And today, I'm going to peel the layers back. Today, we're going to have a different kind of conversation. So I hope you got, a little snack next to you. I hope you got your little drink. I hope you got your popcorn ready. Because today, no. Today, we're going to talk about it. So you saw the news. Deshaun Watson is now starting for this weekend against the Chicago Bears. I believe it's multiple ways that we can look into this. We can look at this like the sky's falling. We can look at this like the competition and the battle is over. We can look at it like Shedeur Sanders doesn't have a chance. Or we can look at this as this a blessing in disguise. This a blessing in disguise. I'm going to peel back the layers of what's been going on with the Cleveland Browns. Okay? But before we get started, I'm just going to play one video. Before we get started, I'm just going to play one video for you. And then we're going to talk about it afterwards. Okay? Okay? That's cool? Go ahead. Hey, let's get into it. So if we're looking at this, hold on, pull my face up. If we're looking at this, every Brown starting quarterback since 1999. We about to take a look at every Browns quarterback for Cleveland since 1999. And my question that I pose to you is, when will the musical chairs stop? When will the quarterback carousel stop? When will Cleveland get their quarterback that they've been looking for and get a quarterback that the people can believe in? When? Roll the clip, please. Since 1999. I'm going to count how many. You count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I ain't got enough to 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 35, 40, 50. It's been a whole lot of them. It's been a ton of them. And it's still good. Can we pause the video right there, please? Can we pause the video right there? Can we pause the video right there, please, chat? Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Dog, when is it going to stop? When is it going to stop? When is we going to give one quarterback an opportunity? When is we going to get one quarterback that you can believe in? One quarterback that everybody can galvanize behind. One quarterback that everybody can count on. Because if I run the video one more again, let's run the video back. I'm going to just leave it on a loop as I talk. Because the thing that you got to understand is what's going on in Cleveland. Dog, I understand this is y'all history. I understand this is what y'all been through. I understand this right here. This right here is why some of the Browns fans are the way they are. This right here is why we always want everybody but the quarterback we got in the room. This right here is why y'all always been dreaming and wishing that a quarterback could just fall out the sky. Well, lo and behold, when you get a quarterback who the city and that real fans believe in, when you get a quarterback that has first-round talent, when you get a quarterback that's damn near better than every quarterback on this list, and to be quite honest with you, he is the best quarterback on this list. Once upon a time, Deshaun Watson, yes, he'll be in the conversation, but that's once upon a time. The only person I'm comparing to in this list that's presentable is Baker Mayfield. And that's because he's still playing in the league. But chat, if you look at that list, if you understand that list, if you examine that list, you then sit back and say, damn, since 1999? Damn. Are things ever going to change? Damn. Are we ever going to have a quarterback to lead us to the promised land? And that's the question that I pose to not only Todd Monken, not only Jimmy Haslam, not only Andrew Berry, but the entire Cleveland Browns city and fans. The question is, are we going to result back to the old Browns? Are we going to result back to the old Browns? Are we going to take a step back instead of taking a step forward? Are we going to galvanize and come together, or are we going to still continue to split hairs and split apart? My question that I pose to you is, at the end of the day, dog, can we please stop it? Can we please stop the nonsense? Can we please have real conversations about it? Because I just want to applaud a young man, somebody who played for Colorado, somebody who played for Coach Prime, somebody who's in the NFL right now in Baltimore doing his thing. And he felt the need that he had to get something off his chest. Don't worry, we gonna get back to the carousel. That's the main topic. We gonna get back to the carousel. Don't trip. But let me go ahead and get this to you in pieces. Get this to you in sections. Let me chop it up a little bit. Let me break it down for you a little bit. LeJohntay, talk to him real quick, please.
I don't think people doubt him. I just think
What's
people
up, Avery?
don't like him because a lot of people
What's
don't
up,
like his
Jack?
dad. I think everybody and their mama know Shedeur a great quarterback, and he one of the top quarterbacks in the league. You know, and he just gonna keep developing. Like, Shedeur's skills is top tier. His IQ, I mean, he's very coachable. That's something that I didn't like to hear. Like that Shedeur not.
Hold on. LeJohntay, can you repeat all that, please? Can we rewind it back? Can I go back real quick? Former teammate of Shedeur Sanders, who played with him for multiple years. Yeah, he played with him in college. But I think, he probably knows his practice habits. He probably knows the real character. Maybe got a glimpse of it. But LeJohntay, continue.
I don't think people doubt him. I just think people don't like him because a lot of people don't like his dad. I think everybody.
Hold on. You said a lot of people don't like him because a lot of people don't like his dad. Bingo. That's one of the reasons.
Everybody and their mama know Shedeur a great quarterback. And he one of the top.
That's a fact. Continue.
Quarterbacks in the league. You know, and he just gonna keep developing. Like, Shedeur's skills is top tier. His IQ, I mean, he's very coachable. That's something that I didn't like to hear. Like that Shedeur not coachable or
he's very coachable. Huh? Last year there was a man of him getting in front of the room. In the quarterback room, they thought he was sitting in the back, falling asleep, not paying attention, not doing anything. At least that was what they was putting out. That was a propaganda getting spread. But continue.
You can't get coached by nobody else. Like Shedeur grew up training with Tom Brady. It was kind of crazy to me just because Shedeur confident in what he do. Shedeur put in the work. When you put in the work, you can be confident.
Hold on, say that again, LeJohntay, who we train with? Hold on, because I told Chat, but Chat ain't believe me. But maybe y'all believe a current NFL player. Maybe you'll believe a current NFL player who's playing in the league right now. Say it again, LeJohntay.
Shedeur grew up training with Tom Brady.
Hold on, what? People tend to forget that. He grew up training with who? He grew up training with who? LeJohntay, you talking about this guy? The guy who he signed? The guy who he signed? You talking about this guy? Tom Brady signed Jackson State quarterback Shedeur Sanders, Deion Sanders' son, to an NIL deal with the Brady brand. This is the first time the brand has signed an individual athlete. And it just so happened to be Shedeur. And it just so happened to be Oh. Don't worry, Chad. We're going to spin the block on all this. We're going to bring it all the way back around to that carousel video. Best believe it. I'm just setting you up. Just stay patient, Chad. Stay with me. Stay with me, Chad.
It was kind of crazy to me just because nobody else. Like Shedeur grew up training with Tom Brady. It was kind of crazy to me just because Shedeur confident in what he do. Shedeur put in the work. When you put in the work, you could be confident like that. You could walk with your shoulders high, with your chest out. And I feel like that's what Shedeur doing. A lot of people don't like that. he wasn't worried about what the coaches thought or how they played it. Like we all seen what was going on. Like I feel like he stayed in contact with me because that's something that I went through. I kept him confident throughout the year. I kept reminding him who he is and what he stands for. And when he got his shot, he was doing his thing.
We appreciate that, LaJohntay. We appreciate that. Because I just want to remind people of this, because you said something that was important. Because people tend to forget. People tend to forget. They say, oh, he was a 5th-round pick. He's like he even got a chance. He's like he's even competing or he's even in the battle. Interesting. But y'all must got amnesia. Y'all must got a little bit of amnesia. Y'all must forget. Y'all must forget. Who trained him? Who really helped him get to the level that he was at? Helped him see and witness everything that we saw and witnessed when he was at Colorado for 2 straight seasons. Yes, the first season I went like that. But that second season, even the start of the first season, beating TCU, throwing 4 times. Come on, dog. We're going to continue to talk about it. Because now I'm going to bring this back real quick to what's going on during camp. Okay? So, chat, stay with me. But LaJohntay said it. When you work like that, when you grind like you grind, guess what? If I work my butt off, I'm going to be able to talk my talk. If I put in the work and I show up day in and day out, I'm going to talk my talk. Because that's the thing we don't see. We don't see what's going on behind the stands. When nobody's looking, we don't see what's going on. We don't see the hours being put in. The time being put in. But dog, the disrespect, cut it out. Because now let me show you some other nonsense that I just want to bring across the table. And I'm going to wrap this up in a nice little bow for us by the end of this video chat, but stay with me because we going somewhere. Stay with me because we going somewhere. I don't even know who these dudes is, but just listen.
The people that want Shedeur to be the starting quarterback are just so adamant. And I give you credit. I mean, look, if that's who you think your guy is and you think he can help this franchise win, knock yourself out. I'm going
to let you get your take.
The stats tell you he's not. And what we saw last year. Now, again,
but guys, is rookie.
The stats? We still talking about the stats? How about the wins? How about the 2 divisional wins at the end of the season? But we still talking about the stats. Y'all still bringing up the stats. Well, if we're bringing up stats, how come my guy was drafted in the 5th round when he had the best stats coming out of college, had the best completion percentage, broke the completion percentage record in college, was seen as, honestly, 1 or 2 top quarterbacks in the draft. But we just magically dropped to the 5th round, and y'all going to use that 5th round title to the day you die. But that's okay. But continue, sir.
I'll give it to you. He's a rookie.
They deserve a grace period. You know, they do.
Thank you. This guy right here, this guy to the right, chat, he going to say some wild-ish here in a second. But he say some smart-ish. He say just a little bit. Just a little bit, because he hopscotching. But we ain't no hopscotching. We want you to either pick the right side or pick the left side. Ain't no splitting between. Because it was his rookie year. Behind a bad offensive line, which we all know. Like, I can keep on reiterating the obvious, but what's the point? We know he had a bad offensive line. We know Quishon Judkins was out. We know Harold Phantom was out. We know the wide receivers was the worst in the league. The offensive line was ranked 31st in the league. The wide receivers was ranked dang near bottom 25 in the league with drops. So what are we talking about? But continue, my kind sir.
So let's see what he can do.
But can we talk about how unrealistic it is that 5th round draft picks normally don't get a grace period?
Yeah, I know, but
See? Can we talk about how 5th round draft picks normally don't get a grace period? Huh? What? Hold on. Can we get to it, please? Can we get to it? My bad, chat. LeJohntay, can you come back to the front of the congregation, please, sir? Please.
Was like at one time coming into the draft considered to be the number one prospect along with Cam.
Yeah.
So what happened, man, in your opinion? Like, don't filter it. What happened? Why did he drop to the 5th, 6th round?
So why he dropped to the 5th, 6th round, you feel like, LeJohntay? And I'm sorry, chat, for the background noise. I pay no attention to it. But LeJohntay, talk to my people, please.
In your opinion,
I think it's because a lot of people don't like to see a confident black man, who's under a real public figure parent, for real. Like Coach Prime, like he a public figure, he a legend. Like a lot of people look up to him. The route that Coach Prime.
But hold on, before you finish, just think about that, y'all. Because I feel like a lot of people do have a problem with potentially seeing a young black man at that be so confident, be so bold, be so flamboyant, but also be humble, be respectful, be kind. Come on now. Talk to him, LeJohntay.
As far as this coaching, I think it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. It kind of made people feel the same type of way, start hating and things like that. And they felt threatened. Like the Deshaun Sanders family, like they're a threat to a lot of people, and they just being them. So I felt like that played a big role in not only just Shedeur, but a lot of people around him, like me, like Jimmy, like Will Shepherd, like pretty much all of us, for real. Like we all took a drop in the draft just because of things like that.
Yo, I'm so sorry about the music in the background, all right? But what he said is correct, though. I'm going to play those last few words back. Try not to pay no attention to the music in the background. Just listen to what he said, because we're going to hit on it on a serious note.
Just Shedeur, but a lot of people around him, like me, like Jimmy, like Will Shepherd, like pretty much all of us, for real. Like we all took a drop in the draft just because of things like that. Yeah.
Do not allow my confidence to offend your insecurity.
Do not allow my confidence. Do not allow my confidence. Do not allow my confidence to fuel your insecurities. Don't do it. Deion said it. And LeJohntay said it right. A lot of people don't like his pops. A lot of people still hold grudges against his pops. Because his pops not only talked that ish, but he backed it up. And he backed it up so much and so good, he was a first ballot Hall of Famer. He backed it up so good that he's considered one of the best corners of all time. Not one of the best. He actually is considered the best corner of all time. The best corner of all time. Considered to be top 3. Dang near top 5 for most people. NFL players of all time. That's who his pops is. And since his pop talked that talk and walked that walk, a lot of people felt offended. They felt like, hold on, why are they? No. A proud black father who's in his kid's life, who don't do drugs, never really been in trouble in the media, who always take care and took care of his family, who coached football for the youth most of his life, raised his sons to be hell of a kids in their own right, and produce goddamn, really, at one point, damn near almost or should have been number 1 draft pick in the NFL draft. He should have been, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. 144th pick, we're going to wear that. But at the end of the day, that's what Prime did. And y'all decided to punish him, and we understand that. But we ain't going to harp on that today. Because all this going to prove my point. Because if we go back to the clowns and the clown show, say it again, my good sir.
I think it is that 5th round draft picks normally don't get a grace period.
Yeah, I know.
5th round draft picks normally don't get a grace period. Well, my good sir, we all know what happened. Shedeur Sanders, his name became infamous, thankful to y'all, because of y'all. Because of the slide. And believe it or not, that's his biggest hindrance. Because they're going to always try to hold that against him. They'll hold it against Tom Brady. They'll hold it against Brock Purdy. Oh, okay. And neither one of them was projected to go as high as Shedeur. But, okay. Let's continue.
Oh, but, Brock Purdy's pretty good.
Oh,
Tom Brady was pretty good.
okay. Too.
Yeah, I know. Andy, trust me. If I were the guy who was putting this team together, I would have different quarterback options here. But I'm not, so they don't.
What he said.
I would pick up the phone to this day and call the Indianapolis Colts. I'd much rather see Anthony Richardson take snaps than Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders.
Huh? What? Huh? What? I must ain't hear that correctly. Hey, Chad, I ain't heard what he said. I ain't hear it. I ain't hear it. Let's play it back. I ain't hear him.
I'd rather see Anthony Richardson take snaps than Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders.
Huh? The same quarterback that said, hey, coach, I'm tired. Hey, coach, I'm tired. I got to come out. I need a break. Huh? The same quarterback who's first in and first out? Actually, not really first in. They ain't that last in, but first out. Cut it out. Anybody but Shedeur train is still alive and well, folks. Because they scared of what Shedeur can potentially be. They scared of what he can potentially do. And that's understandable, but don't project those fears on us. Just because you're afraid, sir, don't project that on me. Just because you had an enormous amount of disappointments at quarterback, don't project that on me. Y'all want Archie Manning? Okay. Interesting. Anybody but two, though, right? Okay.
I would rather see Will Levis take snaps. I'd rather see Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback.
Huh? Will Levis? Is Will Levis even still in the league? Dog, you said that Anthony Richardson, Will Levis. Bruh, come on, bruh. Come on, man. Y'all can't be that serious, man. Y'all can't be serious. This must be AI. Y'all must be, y'all just trolling. They just trolling, chat. They just trolling. Will Levis, Anthony Richardson. I call the Indianapolis coach right now. Huh? So Anthony Richardson can come out in the fourth quarter when y'all need a game-winning drive to come tell coach, hey, coach, I'm tired. For Anthony Richardson to come and be the last one in the facility, but the first one out to go home and play video games? Interesting. I'm going to let you finish, though.
But those guys aren't here. So the guys
But those guys aren't here. Exactly. How come we can't talk about the quarterbacks that's in your quarterback room? I know y'all Cleveland fans. I know what y'all done been through. I know what y'all done been through. I understand what y'all done been through. I understand what y'all done been through. I understand what y'all done been through. I understand. I get it. I get it. I get it. But dog, cut it out. Cut it out. Because like I said before, chat, this is getting out of hand. But now let's bring it to the present day. Now let's bring it to the present day. Because I just wanted to point out some stuff that was blasphemous. Because if you think y'all gave the same energy to Colt McCoy when he was horrible, to Josh McCown when he was horrible, to Johnny Manziel when he was horrible, I can continue. Jake Delhomme, Brian Hoyer, I can continue. Y'all get on the same energy? Asking for a friend. Y'all have multiple first-round picks. Multiple. Lots of them. Ton of them. So my thing is, well, all the quarterbacks that you had, from Derek Anderson to Brady Quinn to Jacoby Brissett to Joe Flacco to Shannon Fry, Tim Couch, Bailey Zappi, Robert Griffin. Should I continue, chat? And I understand y'all got PTSD from all that. I get that. Y'all, to be quite honest with you in Cleveland, y'all don't know what good quarterback play look like. Y'all don't know what good quarterback play look like. That's why when you see Shedeur go out there and do what he do, you go, wait. When you see Shedeur Sanders go out there and do what he do, you like, oh, anybody can do that. He doesn't throw a slight spiral. His cadence. Huh? What? No. Cut it out. Cut it out. Anybody but Shedeur bandwagon, anybody but Shedeur train, it ends today. It ends today. Cut it out. Because what I'm not understanding is, with Shedeur Sanders and who he is, he can be your winning lottery ticket. He can be the one if you just give him a runway and you just give him a chance. But even when we have real media people, like Garrett Bush, who goes to training camp actually, who goes to practice and sees with his own two eyes what's real and what's not, who've been really balling the camp and who hasn't. Chat, we've been watching the same film. We've been looking at the same footage. So what are we really talking about? What is really going on? I know my eyes don't deceive me that much. I know they don't. But chat, some got to give. But G. Bush, can we just remind people and bring this all the way back real quick to this current day? Let's stay focused on this current day. And Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders in this quarterback competition. Can we focus back on this today? Let's talk about today. Because I'm finna bring this all full circle. Just be patient, chat. We going somewhere tonight. Chat.
But I look at it from a perspective of Deshaun Watson, who was not really doing anything special in the first week. As a matter of fact, I got him being way behind. Listen, this narrative that Shedeur Sanders somehow can't, the whole huddle thing, and he can't look. He's just having trouble with that. My question
Hold on,
is,
G. Bush.
listen, in the first
Hold
week,
on, G. Bush.
who was, but I look at it from a perspective of Deshaun Watson,
What he
who
was?
was not really doing anything special in the first week. As a matter of fact, I got him being way behind. Listen, this narrative that Shedeur Sanders somehow can't, the whole huddle thing, and he can't look, he's just having trouble with that. My question is, which one would you rather have? And I talked about this on Final Cut. Would you rather have pre-snap stuff, or once the ball is snapped, you don't know where to go with the ball and you throwing interceptions?
Thank you, G. Bush. Because people got to know at the same time, sometimes you got to pick your poison. And y'all saying that you would rather have Anthony Richardson? Y'all saying that you would rather have Will Levis? Huh? G. Bush just said it. We saw it with our own two eyes, and if chat you didn't see it, I got 13 days of proof. Go through the channel. Rewind the footage yourself. You tell me who had the best throws. You tell me who was the most consistent. You tell me what you saw. But continue, G. Because would you rather have a quarterback who can say, hut, 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 and then throw interceptions, and then throw incompletions? Or would you rather have a quarterback who, hike? Oh, I see everything. 1 read, 2, 3, get it out. 1, 2, 3, boom. Hit it for hot. Pick your poison. But this goes back to the point, Cleveland. Dog, we got to crawl before we can walk. We got to crawl before we can walk. Y'all always trying to run, and we ain't even take off yet from the train stop. We still sitting at the train stop right now. We ain't even take off yet. But hold on, G. Continue, please. Because I'm going to prove my point in 2 seconds.
To me, the most egregious thing is the interceptions, right?
Right.
It ain't. I can get you together on the pre-snap stuff. I can get you together if you need a quick little pass, or you need to figure out where people need to be. But I can't help you once you snap the football. That's where quarterbacks make their money.
That's a fact.
And when the football is snapped, when the football has been snapped, time and time again, practice after practice, who's been showing up consistently? Who's been balling consistently? Who's been showing up with no hesitation day after day, time and time again? Please answer it for me. G. Bush, I like this guy who you had SO2 him. We're going to show his channel and stuff like that in the chat here in a bit, so y'all can go show him some love because he has some good insight. What you got to say about it, big dog?
That's a fact. And like you said, man, Deshaun, we thought he was just cooked. We like, no, like he coming out the first couple weeks of practice. It's like, bro, this dude looking, I don't know if he's still hurt. Like, I don't know what's going on with Deshaun.
Exactly. Because if we remember from the first few weeks of practice, I ain't gonna roll the clip back, but what was Mary Kay saying? I'm tempted to roll it back. I'm tempted to bring it back up. I'm tempted to do it, but I'm not gonna do it. But what was Mary Kay saying? We need to get him some easy plays. We need to get him some easy passes so that way he can potentially start to feel good about himself. Y'all recall that? Y'all got to pull up the receipt? Huh? Because at one point, Deshaun wasn't even in this battle. So, chat, I'm just going to say this real quick. The battle is still going on, and it's alive and well. And I'm going to continue to tell you why. But let's just peel this all the way back. Because, G, you ain't the only one who said Deshaun wasn't cooking those first few weeks, those first few days. Because Mary Kay was capping for him, too. Make him feel good about himself. One more time, chat.
Got to be time for them to say, let's give him 3 wides with the best 3 wides that we have. Harold Bannon, put Quinchon out there, the best offensive line that we have, and let him rep it with that first team and develop some rhythm and some timing and give him some designed runs and do whatever you can do to make him feel good about himself right now, because he's not.
To make him feel good about himself right now. Because what, Mary Kay? Because what?
Not having a lot of successful days. He's not, because he's not having a lot of successful days. He's not stacking those successful days right now.
Yeah.
Got to be.
No. She said it, not me. She said it, not me. Real quick, go ahead and finish, big dog. And then we're going to get into it a little bit more. Okay, go ahead and finish. I'm going to let you finish.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, but then he started trending upward. So, Deshaun, you know, bro, this dude looking, hey, I don't know if he's still hurt. Like, I don't know what's going on with Deshaun. You know what I'm saying?
Even Mary Kay was asking that same question, but continue.
And so, hey, but then he started trending upward. So, you know.
Oh, so you say he started trending upward. So he had a good couple practices in a row. Interesting. Okay, let's continue.
That's why I think that personally, I don't know if I'm skipping ahead, but I think that's why.
Listen to this point that he makes, because he makes a hell of a point, and I just want to give my guy credit. Listen to the point that he makes, because it gives you pause, and it gives you caution to sit back and think. Say it, my guy.
They're probably starting him against the Bears because he's kind of coming off a heater. So let's put him in there now while he got the high hand, and then let's see, you know, what he can do against a defense that's not his own defense. That's what I think.
And when you take a look at it, you know, he'll start this game.
Interesting. So that's one way to look at it. He's been having such a heater. He's been doing so well. He's been doing fantastic, right? He's been doing fantastic, right? And with him doing so fantastic, with him doing so great, having a few good days of practice, he then proceeds to jump in front of Shedeur just magically like that in front of everybody's eyes. Wow. But you make a good point, good kind sir. Potentially, they're starting him against the Chicago Bears because he's been playing well as of late. Potentially, they're starting him against the Chicago Bears because he's been cooking. Potentially, they're starting him against the Chicago Bears because right now he's hot. So let's see if he can do it against another defense. Potentially, they're starting him against the Chicago Bears because maybe him playing at home, potentially getting booed, potentially having all these memories and things like that come back and potentially thinking a little too much, maybe at home. Maybe that's not the best thing for him. So potentially, a lot of those things can be correct. And what I really think is Deshaun Watson going first in the grand scheme of things, chat, it's a blessing in disguise. I got going to play regardless. Tom Monken said that at the end of the day, Deshaun getting the first half, Shedeur getting a second. So you think I got not going to go out there and cook with Taylor Wallace, potentially Larvadan, maybe Cedric Tillman, and a few other plays he's been throwing to for the last year or so? We've been with the hunger dogs, baby. The hungry dogs, yeah, we've been with them. So, Deshaun, I'll let you go first because then I know how I'm going to have to come and approach things. Am I going to have to just boom, boom, hit the reads, keep it nice and easy, keep it quick? Am I going to have to, hey, you know what? He just balled. Let me go ahead and take a couple shots. We shall see. But potentially, Chad, this can be a blessing in disguise. Because I said this already. The pressure is on Deshaun Watson now at this point. The pendulum has swung all the way back to you, Deshaun. It has. Even though, in my opinion, shouldn't even be a debate, shouldn't even be up for conversation. But Deshaun, the ball is now in your court. It's been announced. You're starting Saturday. So what you going to do with the opportunity? You're going on a road. It's going to be you, the team, nobody else. Probably going to get the Bears starters for maybe a series or two. Then you're getting straight backups. This is your opportunity to cook. And we're going to be sitting there watching. I'm going to be in them stands watching. I got a box seat, so hopefully I still got, some good views. But we're going to be in a box with it, y'all. We're going to be in a box for Saturday's game. And with that being said, we're going to be watching. But Deshaun, it comes to the point. In chat, I'm going to get to y'all comments in a second. All right, keep on commenting. We're going to get to the comments in a second. But it brings up the point that at the end of the day, Deshaun, people can say you're in the league. People can say, hey, you done hawked us down. But it's still going to come down to what you do on that goddamn field. No ifs, ands, no buts about it. What you do when you hit the grass and you're playing against another opponent. Are you going to be a deer in the headlights? Or are you going to rise to the goddamn opportunity? Does pressure make diamonds or does pressure burst pipes? We know that. So the ball is in your court. But G. Bush look like he finna say something spicy. Go ahead and talk to him, G.
And I'm in my mind, I'm like, okay, now that all the narrative for ball is over, the narrative gate is over, that extra stuff is not into the equation. The thing that we're gonna get a chance to see on Saturday is these guys performing on the football field against people who are making money and need to feed their families.
Thank you.
You ain't gonna tell me. And the thing I've always had a problem with and I didn't understand was everybody wanted to fast forward it. Everybody wanted to, at first it was, let's give them the job the day one. And then it was like, okay, well, if you don't, you need to name a starter by OTAs. And then, okay, well, can you tell me the amount of reps the starter gonna get by the first preseason game? And it's like, dude, like we just want to see on the field.
Facts. Because that's what it comes down to is on the field. But G. Bush makes a hell of a point. In my bad, let me unpause.
You look at
my guy like that.
Deshaun Watson.
Hold on. My bad. We're going to get back to it. But he makes a good point, chat. We're going to get back to it in 2 seconds. But at the end of the day, dog, the goalpost kept on moving. Because every narrative Shedeur Sanders breaks by staring at the practice, by working hard, by actually going out here and balling. Because from the clips I see him changing stuff at the line. I see him getting the offense in the right spots. We didn't show clips of it. I see Shedeur out here really balling and putting his best foot forward. But the narratives continue to swing. The goalpost continues to move. I've never seen the goalpost move up and down the field so much. I get it. I understand it. I respect it. But chat, I'm going to let G. Bush and my guy make one more good point. I'm going to let him make one more point. All right? And then we're going to go ahead and sum this thing up the real way, the right way. But go ahead and talk about it, G. Oh, was it that? Hold on, chat. Give me 2 seconds. Chat. Let's do it. Oh.
I misremember stuff too. So
I echo the same thing you said because when I'm going to practices, right? all of the best. Now Deshaun has some nice throws, but all of the best throws and highlights are from Shedeur. Even the highlights from yesterday.
If we think about it, if we go back and look at the clips, Chad, if we go back and look at all 13 days, because Chad, have we not covered all 13 days? If we rewind the footage, if we go ahead and spin the block and hit the rewind button, who had all the biggest splash plays? Who was moving the ball up and down the field? Deshaun Watson, yes, you came to the party late, and yes, you had a couple of nice throws. Yes. But if we really think about it, who was the crowd? Wow. The fans like every single throw. Every single throw. Had people just sitting on their hands and knees. What? Just watching. Every highlight. For every 5 highlights I showed, one of them was one of them. Was a ball in the where? The breadbasket. A ball in the where? The breadbasket. Every other throw. But G, I'm gonna let you continue.
Even the highlights that we saw, and I just automatically keep my receipts. I keep them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All of the situation, you look at it.
You told me that, G. Hey, G, can we drop a bomb for G Bush real quick? When it comes to the receipts, G Bush, you the petty king, baby, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it, baby. Because the receipts, they got to be kept. But go ahead and roll the clip, G.
Like all of the, and we can talk right through the up to the top of this. All of the best plays, this man is dropping. I'm confused. Look at this. Look at this.
You hear that crowd though? Like, come on, man.
You hear the crowd?
They going crazy.
Like the thing that gets me so much.
Hold on, Chad. Did you hear the crowd? Hold on. Let's rewind it back. Did you hear the crowd?
I'm confused. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh! Chad. Oh! Chad, come on now. Chad, do I gotta run back the footage of who else was saying? Who else was dang that jumping out of seat? Do I gotta spin the block on that? G, continue though.
You hear that?
I just don't like the fact that we can live in an alternate universe where to some people that never happened. Or
see, he said it. He said it. Thank you, G. He said it. Because some people, it's like, we ain't see that. It's like, no, that didn't happen. He didn't throw that. That was Deshaun Watson. And y'all want us to think the battle over? And y'all want to think that we down and out? You want us to be sad? You want us to be angry? Deshaun, go ahead. I like to say the best for last anyway. Because what's going to be the first impression and last impression in your face? That third preseason game, going to be for the backups of the backups. Taylor Green and Dylan Gabriel. But Deshaun, you can go out there first. We'll come second. Ball. Then after we go second, the following week we going to start. Ball. Cut it out. We ain't worried. We see what it is. But best believe Shedeur Sanders, whether he starts the season or not, he will play the season. And when he does, it's going to be undeniable. It's going to be undeniable. But that's the thing, Chad. That's the thing. We know with our own two eyes what we've seen. We know what we've seen with our own two eyes. So, Deshaun, you can go out there first. You can go ahead, take the first nod. That's okay. But I promise you, when we get in there, we're going to be a problem. I promise you, when we get in there, we're going to have something to say about it. So once again, like I stated earlier, at the end of the day, dog, at the end of the day, iron sharpens iron. Deshaun, I want you to ball. I want you to get in your bag. So up to this point, chat, it's been a QB battle. It's been a real one. And now we're going to see what a cookie crumbles. We're going to see what a cookie crumbles. Because it's going to crumble for somebody. But we ain't worried. So, chat, I'm just here to reassure you that at the end of the day, it's okay. Deshaun, you can go. That is fine. But, chat, the sky's not falling. Chat, we seeing clearly. And, chat, at the end of the day, dog. Deshaun, it's been over 600 plus days since you last played a game. It's been over 600 plus days since you last played a game, Deshaun. Whatever you're doing in practice, I'm not worried about it. Whatever you do in practice, I'm not worried about it. You got to show me. Because Todd, he got two hands. Chat. We all got two. Todd, luckily, he got two. He ain't lost one. And he keeping one hand behind his back. Just in case. Just in case. Just in case. Them 586 days. Them 600 plus days. They start to show. They show up, and you can clearly see it. So, Chad, he keeping one hand tied behind his back because right now it might do this or it might just go like that. He keeping one hand behind his back. He keeping a card tucked because at the end of the day, Deshaun Watson, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. Come on. Come on. How many days is it going to be? How many days is it going to be? Come on, man. Chat. Dog. We chilling. We chilling. We sitting back. We relaxing. And we observing. Deshaun Watson's first preseason game with the Browns came 586 days after his last NFL game action. Browns versus Jaguars, August 12, 2022. 1 for 5, 7 yards, 0 TD, 0 interceptions. This is the last time Deshaun Watson played in a preseason game. Yeah, it's just preseason, but you ain't played in a preseason game in a while, bit dog. You might be a little rusty. I ain't saying you're going to be rusty. I'm just saying you're going to be a little rusty. But on top of that, that's a hell of a stat. But it says when Watson starts Saturday against the Bears, it will be 664 days since his last NFL game action. So, chat, you tell me how you think Deshaun going to do. I hope he do well. I hope he go out there and ball. So that way 2 can go out there and ball too. I hope Deshaun Watson goes out there and eats, chat. I hope he goes out there and gets not only in his bag, he gets in his Duffy. I hope he does. But it's been a long time, big fella. It's been a long time, big fella. In the NFL, the defenses, the NFL game speed, the NFL is just different, period. And you ain't playing in a while, big dog. So until further notice, you got to show me. Ty Munkin said, I got 2 hands, and I got 1 sitting right here just in case. Because, chat, if we really think about it, we have seen Minnesota, they announced their quarterback battle. And what did Kevin O'Connell say? Kevin said, hey, we got to give Kyler Murray as many first-team reps as possible so that way we can be ready for the start of the season. We know who the best quarterback. But Ty, like, shit, some days it's Deshaun, some days it's Shedeur. So I'm just going, hey, Deshaun, you the vet, go ahead. Deshaun, I'm going to give you a fair opportunity. You ain't played in over 600 days, Deshaun. So, Deshaun, what we going to do for you? We're going to start you on the road. We ain't going to even let you play at home. We're going to start you on the road so you can be laser focused, locked in, no distractions. Let's see a focused, locked in, laser focused Deshaun Watson. That's what we need to see. A locked in, laser focused Deshaun Watson. That's what I want to see. But chat, if we talking about it, if we having a real conversation, if we rather having a real discussion about it, dog, ain't no need to worry. I ain't even break the sweat yet. Because maybe it's a method to the madness. Because if he goes out there and balls, then, hey, 2, you got to go out there and ball too. But if he goes out there and looks just okay, halfway decent, and 2 goes out there and balls, and then balls again next week against Buffalo. We played Buffalo last season, and what did he do? He outplayed Josh who? Oh, okay. During a 7-game span when Shedeur Sanders was quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, he had more TDs than Josh Allen. Look it up. Yeah, he only had 7 of them things, but shoot, Josh Allen, he didn't even have 7, so what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Well, you want to talk about stats? Go look up that stat. In a 7-game span, who had the most touchdowns? Josh Allen and Shedeur Sanders. Well, Shedeur Sanders wins that stat. Wow. Oh. And if some things happen differently in that Buffalo Bills game, we probably win that one. Well, we ain't talking about old stuff. We talk about the present day. And Deshaun, guess what? You're up the bet. You're on deck, sir. You're on deck, Deshaun. And we watch. We watch. We watch. So, chat, today we ain't dispelling too many rumors. We ain't talking about too much nonsense. Ain't no need to even go back and forth with him. We gonna see what happens. But just remember, Ty got one arm behind his back for a reason, chat. Ty ain't said who the starter for a reason, chat, because we got to see what on too. G. Bush, a lot of people didn't say it, from G. Bush to Jason Lloyd to the Titus, and everybody and their mama didn't say it. Deshaun Watson, he always looks pretty good during practice. Even Grant Delpit. Hey, Grant Delpit. Hold on. Hey, Grant, what you said about that man Deshaun Watson again about practice? So we prove we ain't biased.
2 years.
700 days again.
Yeah, 700 days. So I remember last year during the season, he came in lighting us up. And like during the season, being the scout team quarterback. So it's cool to see him out here competing for the starting job. doing what he do. I mean, I honestly appreciate both sides. I appreciate them trying us.
But hey, hold on. That was last year, Grant. Grant, we talking about this year. Hey, Grant, we in 2026. We're in 2026. That was last year. We talking about this year. And that's practice. We talking about practice? We talking about practice? Because if we want to talk about practice, if we want to really have a conversation, hey, chat, I got a question for you. Didn't we just look at this the other day? Deshaun Watson making some boys get up out of his chair, get up out of his seat.
This matchup. So first down for the Browns. Shedeur in the shotgun. Good pocket.
Deep
He's
shot.
going up top. Bond. He's deep as he always is. Lays out and makes an incredible
That boy is out of his seat.
catch.
Great grab.
Isaiah
Beautiful catch.
Bond. Woo!
And the crowd goes wild.
Woo!
They got to spike it. It looks like they're running
Yeah,
down.
They got to run down. Clock it. What a ball from Shedeur Sanders and Isaiah Bond. Not going to lie, one of my pet cats, boys.
Yeah.
Nice catch there. All he does is get behind the defense every single day.
We know what you're doing during practice right now. Chat, we know what he's doing during practice right now. So what you think he gonna do when he get in the game? Huh? We talking about practice? Well, that's practice. Right, chat? Hey, chat, is that not practice? Chat, we talking about practice, ain't we? Chat, ain't we talking about practice? Chat, ain't we talking about practice? Huh? Chat, they brought up practice, did they not? Huh? Come on, man. Come on, man. Chat, if we talking about practice, can I spin it again, chat? Do I gotta spin the clip again? Because they want to talk about practice. Deshaun, we've been killing it during practice, right? Huh? Because even he can't hide his bias, even though he's been on Shedeur's side as a commentator. But even these other boys, they don't got no choice. Oh, dang, that was look, he didn't even want to say nothing. He didn't even want to say nothing. Look, he barely even flinched.
This matchup. So first down for the Browns. Shedeur in the shotgun. Good pocket. He's going up
Ball.
top. Bond. He's deep as he always is. Lays out and makes an incredible catch.
Great grab.
That boy got out his seat.
Bond. He's deep as he always is. Lays out and makes an incredible catch.
Not only did he get out of his seat, chat, how many woos he give?
Great grab.
Beautiful
catch.
Bond. Woo!
And the crowd goes wild.
Woo!
They got to spike it. It looks like.
Huh? That boy, hey, we zoom in on his face. We can't see it. It's a little blurry. That boy took both hands, chat, and set up on his butt a little bit. He said, hold on, I gotta lean in. Did he really just throw that? Huh? What? You practice how you play. Who said it? Hey, Brittany! Hey, Brittany! Yo. Yeah, Brittany. Yo. You practice how you what, Brittany? Huh? Come on, man. What are we talking about? Brittany Maxey, 4197. I appreciate it. But you practice how you what? Practice how you play. That's why I always went so hard in practice. I knew if I bust my ASS during practice, if I go hard, I go balls to the wall. Every single play, every single time. If I give it my all, if I really work, if I really push myself to the limit, in practice. That's going to make the game that much easier. That's going to make the game that much easier. He put both his hands as a grown man and put them right under his butt so he can sit up a little higher. So he can lean in a little forward. Hold on, what are you going to do next? In this practice. Cut it out, man. Because he wasn't the only one doing it. You saw the other clip with the fans in the stands. Whoa, wow. And I get it, Deshaun Watson had a few of those plays too. But he had a few compared to a lot because every single practice, it would just so happens I had a couple clips ready and loaded to show you. Some of them, Shedeur put it in a breadbasket and we saw him get dropped. Right? It happens. But every single practice, did we not see one in the breadbasket? Huh? Not saying Deshaun ain't do the same thing, but Deshaun, our guy's a playmaker. Our guy's a playmaker. Our guy's a playmaker. Come on now. And then look at this nonsense. Chat, we're going to get back on topic real quick. I just want to have a sidebar. Sidebar. Rookie, QB, Drew Aller, one of the first players out on the field. He's walking laps and looking over a play sheet. What? And then look, they just want to push a door name in anything. Student of the game, Drew Aller. Student of fame, Shedeur Sanders. People will say anything. But we're going to see. When we put people's careers side by side, when we get to our guy starting and balling, at the end of the day, we going to see. When a rubber meets the road, when it's time for cream to rise to the top, pause, we going to see. I just had to throw that in there because I know y'all in the chat crazy. But anyway. Come on, man. But real quick, I just want to point this out too, though. Because we got to look at all sides. The fact that Deshaun Watson is starting the first Browns preseason game tells you new Coach Monken wants him to start this in the season opener. Big mistake. This rising team should belong to Shedeur Sanders, especially after adding talented rookies like Casey Concepcion and Denzel Boston. Skip Bayless, can you come into the front of the congregation? Skip Bayless, can you come talk to me, my guy? Because I appreciate the take. I respect the take. I respect the honesty. But I'm just here to tell you, we not worried, dog. We not worried. But chat, it does raise the question. Is this really what we're going to be in store for? Deshaun Watson? Deshaun Watson? Deshaun Watson? Is this really what we're waiting for? Is Todd Monken really going to choose Deshaun? Guess we're going to find out. I guess we're going to find out. But let's see. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Next clip.
I think right now, with the new coaching staff, a new regime, they need to kind of just take this day by day and let the chips fall where they may. Let the players' play speak for itself. I don't care about what Deshaun Watson was on the field years ago. I don't care about the layoff. What I care about is production on the football field. And not looking forward to the 2027 draft and trying to put all your eggs in that basket and go, hey, look, we don't really need to really settle this situation out this year because we're going to address it next year. They've been trying to address it next year for years.
They have been trying to address it next year for years. We know that.
Play the best player and address 2027 when it comes up.
Play the best player. Worry about next year. Chat. At the end of the day, I just want the best player to play. I just want the best player to play. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. So we're going to see. We going to see. We go see. SO2 sidebar chat. Before we get back to the topic, and before I close this up and wrap this up in a nice little pretty bow for us, Travis, talk to my people. SO to Travis Hunter, man, because he out there balling during training camp, and I know we ain't touched on him. I know we ain't hit on him much. We'll get to Sports Talk tomorrow, Friday night edition. Make sure you stay tuned for that. We'll be back tomorrow night around 6, 7 o'clock Eastern time. So make sure you tune in for that tomorrow night. But talk to us, Travis.
I learned how humble I got to be. You know, there's a lot of people that's going to talk down no matter what. So like as soon as I got hurt, I told them this is going to happen. They need to go ahead and put them on one side of the ball. They don't even know what happened. They don't even know how I got injured. They just, we told him this is going to happen. He can't do it at both levels. So I just remember telling myself, man, I'm that dude. You know, go out there and just ball out when it's your time. So I took that treatment process, like that rehab process, like, hey, let's go ahead and knock this out of the park. Let's come back bigger, stronger, faster. Let's do it. Let's stick to the plan. Let's not fool around with it. You don't want to be in the same situation again. Whatever I got to do to get back on the field and continue to stay focused and be humble, that's the most important thing that I realized about myself. I learned how humble I got to be. You know, there's a lot of people that's
SO to Travis Hunter. Because he said some key things in there. People going to talk. People going to say this. People going to say that. But what happens when you hit that field? The only thing left to do is see what happens. Shedeur Sanders, folks, I just want you to know we sitting back, relaxing, and observing. Shedeur Sanders fans, once again, I want you to know we sitting back, relaxing, and observing. Because we know what our eyes tell us. I told y'all, typically in the NFL, hey, whoever starts our first preseason game with the starters, typically, hey, it says something. It says something. But if Deshaun Watson goes out there and lays an egg, if Deshaun Watson goes out there and doesn't ball, if Deshaun Watson goes out there and he's a deer in the headlights, if he go out there and he don't do anything to boost where he's at right now in this battle, if he have us talking about Shedeur more after this game and what he did than him, that's going to be all she wrote, folks. So, yes, Deshaun Watson started the first preseason game. Don't get it twisted. That's a sign. That's a sign. But at the same time, though, we're not worried. Because you still got to overcome from the pressure. You still got to show up and show out. You still got to ball. You still got to do it. You got to. And real quick, chat, I ain't showed this whole clip last time we was on, so I'm going to show this whole clip now. This is a super fan, Shedeur Sanders, me. Just wanted to show it real quick for 2 seconds for us to end on a positive note.
So, Jacob, we got Shedeur Sanders, second-year player for the Cleveland Browns.
Hit that like button,
QB, holding things down, doing what he does. How you doing today, Shedeur?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm doing very good. Even better that I get to see him today.
That's wonderful. Now, Jacob was out here. He was saying that he was a little neutral in the quarterback competition. He wants everyone to have fun and go out here and have a lot of fun. How are you feeling with everything going on?
I like that mentality.
Yeah.
I had a barber competition, and I felt the same way. There's no such thing as a winner and loser. I just want everybody to do their best. So I agree. That's when you appreciate life to different.
But chat, Shedeur, that's a political correct answer. We appreciate that. We want everybody to win. We want everybody to do good. We want everybody to succeed. But my friend, we know. We know.
To a different extent. And don't care about the small battles in life because those mean a lot. But in the grand scheme of things, they don't really mean much.
And, Jacob, you can certainly attest to that as you deal with what you have faced in life so far. And, Shedeur, far as what you're dealing with on the football field, we're excited to see you. We're looking forward to Saturday. Has it hit you like, man, come Saturday, we're back on the football field and we're playing a football game?
Nah, I think every day feels like that, honestly. I think I've been getting to that feeling each and every day, and whenever I'm getting reps and doing those things. So it's a tunnel vision focus, and that's how it truly feels. So I'm excited to see how the feeling translates because I know I'll be way more comfortable. So that's what I'm excited for, is the comfortability of it.
Facts. And our boy gonna be comfortable. Because chat, that's the thing. You always remember the last impression. You always remember the last impression. Shedeur, we need you to come out here and cook, and we need you to come out here and ball. When you get into that second half, they're going to be running Manila defenses. They ain't going to be really running anything at all. So we just need you to go out there and cook. I need at least 2-3 touchdowns, not going to lie to you, in a preseason game. I need it. I need it. But I'm just showing y'all because, dog, we ain't worried. If he not worried, we not worried. If he ain't tripping, we not tripping. Like I said, the cream gonna rise to the top. Things gonna play out how they supposed to. Ain't no need to worry about it. Ain't no need to sugarcoat it. Ain't no need to stress. The chips gonna fall where they supposed to every single time, 7 days out the week. Just like 7-Eleven, we open 24/7. Because, dog, we know what we've been seeing with our own 2 eyes, chat. We know what we've been looking at, chat. We know what we've been seeing, chat. We know what we've been looking at. So, we shall see. Anyway, real quick, chat. Now it's time to talk to y'all. Now it's time to holler at my people. So, chat, I want your opinions on what you think right here, right now. There's only about a few of us in here. All right, so all 30 of us. All right, I want to know exactly how you feel about this quarterback competition. And if you're worried about Deshaun Watson starting first, or if you're not worried about Deshaun Watson starting first. I want y'all honest opinions in the chat right now. We're going to talk about them. I'm going to read them out loud. Go ahead, blow up the chat for me real quick. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right, Brittany Maxey, Shedeur is a kind player. My guy, Rizzle, 9509. QBs will be hella overdrafted next draft. Yes, they definitely will be. Cleveland taken for Archie. The owner and the Mannings are buddies. Interesting. But I mean, shoot, Shedeur and Jimmy, they've been buttering up too. So I mean, you can look at that how you want to look at it. Never seen a RB like FT Speed. Okay, shifty in power. Okay, I respect that. Don't care about small battles or small people who call him names because they're got tough guys online. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. He looks extremely calm. Yes, he looks extremely calm. He looks relaxed. So chat, that's why we ain't worried. Chat, that's why we ain't tripping. Talk that trash, but the truth sets you free. Yes, facts. SS will be week 1 starter. Okay, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Arch ain't going to Cleveland. That's a fact. That's a fact. Come on, chat. Talk to me. What are we talking about? All right. Who said Deshaun Watson? Yeah, Brittany Maxey, talking about what you said. Deshaun Watson has to prove himself. He will play like he practices. Shedeur will play like he practices. As you're saying, he outplayed Allen last week with a busted O-line and no weapons. That's facts. Last year, he outplayed Allen with a busted up O-line and no weapons. Brittany, I'm happy you pointed that out. Lady PC67, they can't keep Deshaun playing away games the whole season. Whenever he plays at home, the boos will be waiting for him. Home field advantage, question mark, question mark. Ooh, Lady PC67, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Brittany Maxey, she says, not worried about Deshaun Watson playing first. He's got a ball regardless. Shedeur is ready. Hey, you said it. You said it. You said it, Britt. All right, you said it. At the end of the day, y'all, that's what it comes down to. Deshaun Watson, he has to go out here and cook. Deshaun Watson has more to prove than Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders, we played last year. We know we're going to play at some point this year because they got to see what they got in me before they hit that draft next year. So we're going to play regardless. That's why we just sit back, relax, and watch it how it play out. I would just prefer, just like the fans would prefer, just like the locker room would prefer, just like everybody and their mama would prefer, that Shedeur Sanders just goes out there and we don't play with Deshaun because we know we ain't doing nothing with him moving forward. So Deshaun, go out there and get your clips, go out there and get your highlights for the next team you're going to play for. That's what you're doing on the preseason. Shedeur is always and always will be QB1. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Outplayed Rodgers and Burrow too. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Because, chat, I said it, didn't I? Didn't we talk about it the other day, chat? Oh. Head to head. Healthy Joe Burrow. Healthy T. Higgins. Healthy Jamar Chase. Last game of the season. We have nothing to play for. We have nothing to play for. Our whole offensive line is out. We're ranked 31st in the league. Quinshon Judkins is out. Everybody, like Harold Fallon is out. Yeah, we had Jerry, but Jerry. Come on, dog. What are we talking about? And we still beat Joe Burrow. We still beat Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers and the boys was playing for a playoff game, a home playoff game. Aaron Rodgers and the boys was playing for. But that defense rallied behind Shedeur. That offense rallied behind Shedeur. Remember Cleveland. Y'all had nothing to play for last year. Nothing. But he still led y'all to back-to-back wins at the end of the season. He still damn near almost beat a Josh Allen team. He still almost beat a goddamn Tennessee Titans team because that should have been 4 wins if he would have beat the Tennessee Titans that people don't remember when he threw for 350-plus yards and a rushing touchdown. The only other person to do that was Joe Burrow. But people seem to forget that. And in that game, Sabotage Stefanski, if we can remember, he took us off to put Harold Fallon behind center so he could take a snap. Even though we've been cooking, even though we just led us back to damn near win a game, a tie a game. People tend to forget that stuff happened last year in an NFL game with a trash offensive line, with less weapons. Huh? We was time. We had one arm tied behind our back when we entered in last season. So what are we really talking about? You're lying to yourself if you said we had enough weapons and we had the same that these other guys that we was playing had. And we still beat them. And we still competed with them. We had nothing to play for. Been out of the playoff race. Come on, dog. Why else would players... You done heard so many stories about players quitting on coaches. You done heard so many stories about players cutting out, not trying hard, not practicing hard. Saying, hey, coach, I'm injured. Come on, man. Here's so much of that. All that happens at the end of the season, but yet at the end of the season, the Browns are still riding around and still playing for who? Shedeur Sanders, because they believed in him and they knew we got something in this guy. We got to play for this guy. We got to continue to show up for this guy. Defense was still out there balling. Playing in the cold. Do y'all not remember the weather in some of those games? Cold as hell, windy as hell, frigid weather. So he proved he could play in the cold too? But they tend to forget that. Said, oh, his arm isn't strong enough to play in the Midwest. He doesn't have a strong enough arm. But everything that we dispel, they just happen to find something else to bring up. So what are we really talking about? Because I know what I did last season. Y'all know what he did last season. You saw it with your own two eyes, and I saw it with my own two eyes. And then you know what I also see with my own two eyes? You know what I also see with my own two eyes? Him balling. During practice. You know what I also see with my own two eyes? Come on, man. One guy being consistent as he can be. And another guy not. So what are we talking about, chat? My bad, chat. I went on a rant. Let's get back to y'all, though. My bad. All right. Outplayed Rodgers and Burrow 2. Ward 2. Facts. Yeah, facts. Selective listener. Yeah. Chat, y'all ain't lying. Y'all ain't lying. I'm just here to point out the obvious. Chat. Come on, man. Y'all done seen this picture before, right? Because this is what we could be. This could be us, but you playing. Hey, Cleveland. This could be us. We could be, hey, what that lottery ticket at? We going to, hey, here you go, good sir. We're going to cash that baby in. This could be us, but you playing. What they playing with us for? Ty, what you playing with us for? Because Ty could be playing it like this too, Chad. Let me give you another scenario. Ty could be setting it up so that way Deshaun, we're giving you a start. Deshaun, we're saying that you're still a comparable quarterback. Deshaun, we're going to let you go out here and play in these preseason games and do as good as you can. So that way you can get some film. But after that, Deshaun, you're the backup. We're still going to start Shedeur. So Deshaun, we're saying you're still a competent starter. You're still a quarterback battle. Maybe to continue to get some draft capital for Deshaun, potentially. So they can trade him during the season because he looked halfway decent during the preseason. Or maybe it's because he damn near wants him to start. We won't know. But what we will know and what we will find out is what the hell happened Saturday when they take on the Chicago Bears. Because, chat, when they take on the Chicago Bears, I will be in attendance. Got the box seats. Hopefully I'm not too going crazy, but I'm going to have the footage from my own device. We will see what really happened and what really went down. Promise you. Deshaun Watson, you starting, and I'm going to be there in the Not in the front row, but we gonna be in the box, chilling. Might have to put my binoculars on. I might do a whole vlog of the game, going to the game and all that, chat. I might just have to do it. I might just have to do a whole vlog about the game, me going to the Bears game, showing y'all some love. But make sure, Saturday, chat, just having a sidebar moment. Saturday, make sure y'all sitting right here after the game recap. Make sure y'all sitting right here for the after the game recap. Make sure y'all sitting right here for the after the game recap come Saturday. Chat, make sure you come back here for after the game recap Saturday. Because we're going to not only break it down from what I saw and what my footage says, we're going to break it down with the stats from what we saw with our own too. They like to say numbers. Okay, look, let's see what the numbers are. And Deshaun Watson did not have no interceptions. He better take care of that ball. That's the first thing. Did have an interception almost for every day of practice, but we ain't got to talk about it. We ain't got to bring it up. We don't. We don't. We don't. But this is the thing. I'm going to the game because I'm a real life guy who just loves football. And I'm invested in this just like y'all invested in this. I want to see this for myself just like y'all want to see it for yourselves. But Caleb Williams will not play Saturday against the Browns at Soldier Field, per Ben Johnson. No surprise there. Deshaun Watson is the Browns starter for the game. Deshaun Watson will play in the first half, but he won't be playing up against Caleb Williams. But I guarantee you that Chicago Bears, that first team defense for the Chicago Bears, I guarantee they're going to be out there. With all the different pieces that we didn't put together, with a new secondary that we got in Chicago, with that guy Bush that we took from y'all, oh yeah, best believe our starters play on the defensive side. Caleb Williams, you can chill, you can relax. But Deshaun, this still means we expecting you to ball. Just because the opposing quarterback living his best life chilling, that don't mean nothing. I got to see it for myself. For. But anyway, y'all, somebody keep on saying, or trade to the Cowboys. Y'all funny. But, hey, I appreciate y'all having me. Make sure, hey, come Saturday, make sure y'all here, man. Make sure y'all here because we're going to talk about it. Last video. All right, well, last two videos, because you know what, we're going to end on a high note. Last two videos. Let's go ahead and play it. Let's talk about it. Because they said it. I already said it, but we're going to hear it again.
I'll be honest with you. I think if the first two games were at home, I think the Browns would be even less likely to start Deshaun Watson. Because I think they know, like, the best benefit to putting Deshaun out there at the beginning of the season is he has 2 games to maybe not look like crap, where maybe he won't get booed out of the building in week 3.
You can't let the boo birds get in the way of any of this. That's the big thing. And even though I just gave this campaign of, like, if you want to let the Browns know you're disappointed and upset, make your voice known. But
Browns
ultimately,
don't listen to that part. Listen to this part.
But no, I mean, because the Browns are swayed. Clearly they have, but Haslam's been swayed by what the public sentiment is before. But like, I just think that's fundamentally, this is where the Browns have a different way of this. Good teams don't care about whether or not you boo or cheer. I can't across the board say the Browns fall into that bucket of good teams that don't pay attention to whether you boo or whether you cheer.
And we're going to cut it off right there. But that's something to think about. Are they not starting Deshaun? Or are they starting Deshaun? Because at the end of the day, hey. Because they give them a 2-game runway to start the season. Are they starting Deshaun because they don't want them to get booed next week against the Buffalo Bills at home for the first preseason game at home? For essentially the preseason home opener? Even though it's not really one, but still. All these questions can be raised. All these questions can be talked about. But once again, since everybody want to talk about the tracker, right? Since we always have talked about the tracker, right? Since we always have put an emphasis and a spotlight on the tracker during camp, right? To end this conversation today, well, let's take a look at this. Once again, my good friends, I ask you, besides the 7 touchdown inflated numbers right here, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? What is the topic really? I mean, the completion percentage, we end up getting 70, but you had more reps and we still got the same amount of completions. You had more reps and yeah, you know you got more touchdowns because of more attempts. I get it. But we still took care of the ball better. These are AI stats. Remember that, chat. But if we talk about practice, if we talk about who numbers you would rather have, I mean, them 7 touchdowns still look suspicious to me. Them 13 touchdowns look kind of suspicious to me because I saw some other touchdowns that we didn't count, but it's neither here nor there. Best believe, Chad, it was more passes thrown. It was more passes thrown during practice than this. Best believe that. But if we talking about it, if we having a real conversation, come on now. Who you taking? Who you taking? So to bring this all the way around, to bring this all the way back to how we started, to bring this all the way back to how we started today's video, to bring this all the way back to how we started today's video. To bring this all the way back to how we started today's video. How many quarterbacks are we going to have to continue to go through before we give one an opportunity and a real chance? How many quarterbacks are we going to have to go through before you just let one go out here and cook? How many quarterbacks are we going to have to go through before you really just get behind one and believe in them? How many? We're going to continue to go to the old Browns and continue to play musical chairs? Just asking for a friend. How many? How many? At the end of the day, if we being honest, they Ding, 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 we got a winner. Ding, 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 we got a winner. But when is the propaganda going to stop? Probably never. But when is the opportunity going to be there? Probably so. But when are people just going to sit back, relax, and let it play out? Say he's a 5th round draft pick. Well, that 5th round draft pick was just the best quarterback that was in the room last year. That 5th round draft pick led you to multiple wins in the season. That 5th round draft pick continues to prove day in and day out why he should be the future. Why he should be the future. It don't matter if he starts or not. The only thing that matters decompress, so you know how it goes. They told me bust down my perfect what? Shedeur fans, stand up. Cleveland Brown fans, stand up. The tide is about to change. And that change is going to start now. Today. Here soon. I'll be a little bit more patient. I'll wait a little bit longer. I'll wait a little bit longer. Was it a test? Is it a test? Why do we only get the test? But Todd Monken said that everybody at least get a chance to take the test. So Saturday, Deshaun, hey, make sure you got them answers ready, my guy. Make sure you got them answers ready, my guy. It's your time to take the test. You the first up. It's your turn. But best believe that with his eyes, chat, you know when his eyes, we only got one thing to do, and that's rise up to the occasion. That's rise up to the occasion. So even if it is a test, we ain't worried.
I think I go with the theory that this is a test, because I just can't see it no other way. You know what I mean? Like, Shedeur ain't been playing bad. He barely even throwing interceptions. But again, when you're practicing, you want to get the interceptions and stuff out the way now. We don't know what they're practicing. We don't know what they're trying to do in practice, really. We just see the numbers. But this is another case where the numbers can
But we don't care about the numbers. You said it right the first time, my guy. You said it right the first time. Can we wind it back?
This is a test.
This is a test?
Because I just can't see it no other way. You know what I mean? Like, Shedeur ain't been playing bad.
Oh.
He barely even throwing interceptions.
Oh. Shedeur ain't been playing bad. He ain't been throwing interceptions. They said he had to cut down the interceptions. They said he had to speed up his processing. And what has he done? Damn near just all of those things, right? So once again, if it is a test, chat, we not worried. We not worried. Deshaun, you up first. Take the test. We're going to be watching to see how it goes. But best believe we next. Best believe we next. So, chat, at the end of the day, that's all she wrote for today. Let's get to the last few comments in the chat before we get up out of here. Chat, we will be back tomorrow if you want to tune in. 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central for sports training camp recap of all the teams in the league. Some of my teams that I consider some sleeper teams for certain divisions. We're going to get into it all tomorrow right here, 7 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Central. Want to tune in for the sports show tomorrow? Make sure you come on. We taking all visitors. We accepting all front row passes. Accepting it all. So chat, hey, it's about to get dangerous. Chat, it's about to get dangerous. But now, it's time to sit back, relax, and observe. The test is here. The real test. the real test. So, chat, without further ado, that's a wrap for today. Had a couple more clips that we want to get into, but a few clips I'm going to actually save for tomorrow's episode. I got a few more things that I want to talk about with this quarterback battle. Make sure if you're on the way out, you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button. If you're on the way out, if this is your cup of tea, if this is what you like, if you want to hear more, make sure you come back. Make sure you come back. All right? Because I promise you it's more. It is more. It is more. Where that came from. So come back. All right? I appreciate you. I thank you. And before we get up out of here, I need you to do me one favor only. I need you to make sure you do me this favor. Please, chat. Make sure you do me this favor. Make sure you send this to your mama, your daddy, your best friend of another friend. Let Johnny, let Timmy. Don't forget you got little Susie too. All right, little Susie need these gems, and don't forget about little Josh. Let Josh need these gems too. Send them over to him. Show him some love. All right? Don't keep all these gems to yourself. That's selfish. You know, we talk about that all the time. But chat, it's been fun. It's been real. But best believe this quarterback competition, this quarterback battle is far from over. Whether we start the season or not, we're going to play this year and we're going to ball. But the Cleveland Browns know what's good for them. If the Cleveland Browns know what's good for them, if the Cleveland Browns know what's good for them, they will stop looking backwards. They will forget about the past. They will stop playing quarterback musical chairs. And they will get with the new Cleveland movement. So guess what, folks? That's all she wrote. We will be back for a sports training camp recap of around the league. A sports training camp recap around the league tomorrow night, Friday, August 14th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Make sure you tune in and make sure you come back for more. And chat, we just getting started. We're calling, baby, before we start walking. Hit that like button on your way back. Hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you soon, baby. We out. Deuces.
Hey, we live now, really.